What's up, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and last week I had the insane privilege of seeing Far Cry 5 early. I got to learn all about the game, where it's set, what it's about, saw some gameplay, and today we're going to watch the trailer together and then talk all about it. This is the family. This is the cult. The project at Eden's Gate that runs Hope County, Montana. They sit before you. And frankly, I think the entire concept for this game is pretty edgy and pretty darn crazy. So we're going to talk all about that insanity. But first, let's check out Far Cry 5.
We must atone!
Something is coming. You can feel it, can't you? You can feel that we are creeping towards the edge. I know that you are out there. I know that you are in pain. But my children, I'm here to tell you that suffering is a choice, and you can choose a better path. We want you, we accept you, and we will take you, willingly or not. And some of you may fight, but in the end, you will thank us. I am your father, and you are my children.
Upon us! I shall lead you to the gate! For you are my children, and I am your father!
PlayStation, the best place to play.
PlayStation.
Oh boy, that is a lot to take in, and this game is pretty crazy. I think that, man, it's so topical, right? And I don't know if they meant to hit it this much on the nose, but they sure did, because there's unrest in the country, and that's kind of what this hits on. So this game, people thought maybe it was a Wild West, sort of old-timey Montana title to compete with Red Dead Redemption 2. But no, it's modern day, it's here and now, and it is very, like, hitting issues that we're starting to see creep up. So basically, there's this cult called Project Eden's Gate, and I will make another video that's more long-form that has all the footage I have and all the screenshots and stuff, but right now I just want to kind of give you the nitty-gritty. Basically, Project Eden's Gate is this cult that is looking to cleanse the society. They are looking to rise up and kind of take control. They've been waiting, and their militia, their cult, is ready to basically father all children, willing or not, as they said. And they have controlled this entire county, this entire area. So you play a young junior deputy. You're a cop, which is crazy. And you have to try and, one, escape, and two, then somehow eliminate and eradicate all this madness. And I don't know exactly how you're cut off from the rest of the world. Supposedly you're cut off, and that's why all of this kind of, like, there's planes, there's obviously huge weaponry, you've got big rigs, you've got boats, you've got ATVs. It very much like hits that kind of like Montana Western vibe, but apparently the rest of the country is unable to help, which is weird, and I wonder how that's going to work. I also wonder how this setting, like Far Cry is known for having really epic set pieces, and how are they going to bring that in to Hope County, Montana? But Far Cry is also known for crazy villains, from Voss to Pagan Min, and Father here seems like maybe the most devious of all, because I feel like he's the most relatable, the most identifiable, and hopefully like none of you have been in a cult, I don't mean that, but I think his like ideas and his concepts are kind of more they're creepier than just someone who's like, I'm gonna take over this whole wild mountain range, or I'm gonna, you know, I run this island as sort of the like resident psychopath. I think this guy is gonna like kind of get at you, and there's definitely some like creep factor that sets in when I watch this trailer, and it reminds me oddly of some of the baptism of BioShock Infinite, if you remember that, and how they kind of like had their own just mental mindset, and they were going to stay separate from the rest of society no matter what you told them, no matter how you try to convince them. And there's obviously some people in this world, the NPCs and stuff, that are normal and that do want to get out of this mess, and so you're going to be helping them to work through it. But it looks like a very crazy game. It's a turn for Far Cry, right? It still obviously has the big open world stuff. They said it's even more open than before, but it reminds me almost, it's got like some Ghost Recon Wildlands in there, right? Like you see just scenes of like, okay, taking over a gas station or taking over this town, or, you know, going to war with the cult members, and it feels a little bit more, to me, it feels a little Ghost Recon-esque in terms of Wildlands, as opposed to more, you know, out in the wilderness of Far Cry 3 or of Far Cry 4. But they do have, you know, you saw grizzly bears, you got cows, you got bulls, there's guns for hire, there's fangs for hire in this game, so you can have cougars and dogs and things like that go on the attack. There's also a focus on melee weapons, baseball bats, and sledgehammers, so it's going to be pretty brutal, and I think the story and the plot is the strongest thing going for it. I think that's what has me most excited, because up front, to me, Montana maybe isn't the most fun location, and again, I still wonder, like, what are they going to do for the big moments? Where's it going to be across this county? I hope they have some really cool locations, or maybe, like, deep, creepy, secret cult layers, but I think, you know, when you bring in this plot, it seems to be one of the strongest and tightest stories yet to be told in Far Cry, and that has me really excited, because a plot-driven game is always, to me, the best way to facilitate an open world and to make those missions meaningful, right? If you have characters and if you have a story that you're attached to and that you're emotionally invested in, then everything you do means a little more. And I'm sure it's still going to have all of the traditional, you know, collecting of this and upgrading this and, you know, going around it, and they make clear that, yeah, you're going to be doing a lot of the Far Cry stuff and acquiring new weapons and yada, yada, yada. But I think that the cult and father and his cohorts are what's going to really set this apart. So like I said, I'm going to do a bigger analysis video that covers all the footage, but hopefully this gives you a good taste of what the game is all about, and I am excited to see where they go and how far they push the limits of this story, because it seems like it could get pretty nasty, and I feel like they are towing the line of something that's like I said, borderline edgy and kind of crazy. So kudos to them for taking a bold, brave chance. You know, from Far Cry 3 to 4, Primal was a big departure, and this may be even a bigger departure. Montana, modern day, a crazy cult that wants to kind of rule the country their way. And we'll have to see exactly what that way is in 2018. It's coming out February 27th, 2018, which is a little ways away, but it fits into that spring release window, and I'm guessing Assassin's Creed is going to be their big hitter for fall 2017. So Far Cry 5 sits there in 2018. I'm sure we'll see more at E3. I'll let you know all of that as soon as I get my hands on it, and like I said, look for a deeper analysis with all the footage that's currently out there, and I'll be compiling it all into one video and giving you even more details. So stay tuned for that. Until next time, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys are pumped for Far Cry 5. If you are, hit that like button, let me know. Until next time, drink so much, thanks again, and we'll see you all later.